in a 3-game set. Let's get wild.
You fought well yesterday. Your style is unorthodox.
Scorpio.
Good morning, Yankees universe, and welcome back to another episode of the Yankees Morning Brew on this Tuesday, September 30th. Like always, I'm your guy Hector, joined by the compañeros this morning, and we got our war face on. We got the lovely Grace Monroe and my fly guy, the Ace Avenue. Grace and Ace, how we feeling this morning?
Y'all, I just want you to know, turn your mic down now. Turn your volume down right now because your girl is super hyped today. I woke up on the right side of the bed and I get to watch Aaron Judge play baseball today. I get to watch the New York Yankees play baseball today. I got October baseball vibes, baby. I'm ready to go. I'm hyped. Ace, how are you?
Feeling good after 162 games. That last Sunday was very eventful. A lot of things going on. You know, MLB took that as a W. Glad that our New York Yankees are back in the postseason and showing who the real big brother of New York City is. Let's go Yankees.
Oh, my man. He wasted no time with the shade because Grace said the New York Yankees, we're in the postseason, right? Who's not in the postseason, Grace?
I don't know. Is Queens doing okay right now, or somebody check on them?
I know Queensbridge gets the money, but the New York Mets this season, they dropped the bag when it came to their payroll and their superstar. All right, no more Mets slander. I just needed to take the first 30 seconds of my rant to say that. Let's shout out the chat, and I want to start off with Uncle Tats. Shout out to Uncle Tats from the Pinstripe Chronicle podcast. I saw Uncle Tats at the last game of the regular season, and I miss my Uncle Tats. I miss talking to him. Shout out to Uncle Tats and the boys. Make sure you guys give him a follow. Let's shout out everybody else who's in the building. Of course, Theo Nosebleed section, the first one in the chat. Theo Nosebleed, how you doing? Bendición, I hope all is well. Anna Marie is in the building. Anna Marie, good morning to you, Anna. We got our good friend Tina in the building. Hayden Bayer is here. Hayden, my guy, the GOAT profile pic. I hope all is well, Hayden. Stephen B is in the building. And my brother, Mr. Keith Saunders, who says, I was not missing this episode. Playoff, baby. Let's effing go. Absolutely. Guys, keep on double tapping the screen. Put the W's in the chat. Who else we got here? Of course, the lovely girlfriend, Miss Alex Campos, is in the building. Shout out to Alex Campos. Stephen B says, Stephen B is throwing some love to Uncle Tats. It's been a minute. TC Stills is in the building. Mr. Sean Browning, how you doing? And of course, our good friend, Mr. Big Ant NYC. But folks, playoff baseball is here. The stage is set. The New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox, baseball's biggest rivalry, is back on center stage. Whoever wants to kick it off first, go ahead. Take the mic.
This is not the matchup any of us wanted, okay? But this is the matchup the New York Yankees needed, okay? We have the opportunity to vanquish our foes, to beat our rivals, to make a statement. We are coming into this series as the hottest team in baseball since August 1st. 8-game winning streak. No team hotter than the New York Yankees right now. The Red Sox should be nervous. Now, we've got our ace versus their ace. We've got home field advantage. We have the American League MVP. And it's time to play some postseason baseball, baby.
That's right. I'm right there with you. Look, the rivalry continues. The rivalry renewed. And you know both of these teams want to get up for this series. The Yankees haven't beaten the Red Sox in a series since 2003. So it sounds like to me like we're due in a playoff series. We are due, and this, I feel like, is going to be the year. Girl dad Aaron Judge, we're going to need him to go off this year. Giancarlo Stanton, you know what time it is. It's Stanton time. You know when the lights get the brightest is when Giancarlo Stanton shows up. And even though, you know, we haven't had much success against Garrett Crochet, who they're throwing out there today, Last outing, we actually got to hit him around a little bit, get that in his head. Doesn't have a lot of playoff experience. We have to go out there and absolutely handle our business. We got Max Fried on the bump, like Grace just said, and it's time that the Yankees get it done. And what better way than go out there and smack the Sox?
100%. And you said it. When it comes down to this Yankee team, we already know Aaron Judge is going to have the big question mark. Giancarlo Stanton, when the calendar flips to the month of October, it's September 30th right now, but you guys know what I mean. When the calendar flips to postseason baseball, that's when Giancarlo Stanton steps up the most. And I understand they have Garrett Crochet, like you pointed, Ace and Grace. We have our ace and Max Fried, 19-game winner, ERA under 3, first year as a New York Yankee. Max Fried had a phenomenal season. What I'm interested to see is with the Yankee, I think whoever takes game 1 is taking the series. I think this series is going to go to 3 games. Game 1 is pivotal to me. You have to win game 1. So I'm interested to see. I don't want to speculate, but I want to see what the lineup is going to be and what the defense alignment will be behind Max Fried. Because when Max Fried pitches, he's a ground ball strikeout guy. He needs A+ defense behind him. So I want to see what the Yankees put when it comes to that lineup. But I'm hyped. I'm on one today.
Did you
Me
did you see
too.
the reports that Meredith put out there?
No, did she just put him out there?
Well, no, it was yesterday. Meredith saying that Wells will be behind the plate and Goldie will get the start.
Yeah, I was there for the press conference for that. Like, that was something that was definite. I know a lot of people were up in arms about Ben Rice not getting the start, Austin Wells getting the start over Ben Rice, and I get it. Also, Ben Rice has only caught Max Fried, I think, once or twice this season. And I think that's why they're going with Austin Wells. But you can see in the 5th, 6th, 7th inning, pitch hitting opportunities will happen. Substitutions will happen. This is not going to be a game where we're not going to see Ben Rice enter the game. We're not going to see anybody. No, everybody on that bench will be utilized. It's a all man's up, all hands on deck approach.
I was upset too when I heard that Wells was going to be catching. But I did look up his numbers versus Garrett Crochet, and he does have an 889 OPS versus Garrett Crochet and 9 at-bats. It's a smaller sample size. I mean, it's like a medium-sized sample size as far as anyone on the team having that many at-bats versus Garrett Crochet, but he does have 2 hits and 1 home run. So there is some slug potential there from Wells. So I'm kind of coming around on the idea. Wells and Fried have worked together well all year. So I'm kind of coming around on it. I'm not that happy, but I get it.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that they're going to have Rosario starting at 3rd or?
And that's the thing. If you're thing, you have to ask yourself, right? We understand Austin Wells is a better defender than Ben Rice. Ryan McMahon is a way better defender than Ahmed Rosario. Jose Caballero is a way better defender than Anthony Volpe. You have to ask yourself, if you're the manager, what defense that is the most liable or the worst defense that you can risk throwing out there? Who can you live with? Can you live with Ben Rice catching Max Fried when he only caught him once or twice this year? I'm not sure if they want to go that route. That's why they may feel more comfortable with Austin Wells. So if that's the case, if you have Austin Wells as your catcher, then you can live with Ahmed Rosario as your third baseman, with Caballero as your shortstop.
I mean, Volpe has a 400 batting average against Crochet.
Yeah.
It's only 5 at-bats, but he has a 400 this is a fact. He has a 400 batting average versus Garrett Crochet. So Anthony Volpe is going to be out there. I would be shocked if he wasn't out there. Yeah. I could see them maybe giving Caballero a start at 2nd over Jazz, since Jazz is still dealing with maybe some sort of contusion. Or
I can see that in a late game scenario. You move Caballero either the shortstop or 3rd when you bring in Ryan McMahon, and then you could put Jazz Chisholm back there at 2nd. The Yankees probably want Jazz to face righty pitchers and not lefties, being as compromised that he is. What's your thoughts, Ace?
See, I can see both sides of it, right? I personally want to put out my best defensive lineup out there as well, because we saw what doomed us last year. You cannot get off to a start where you're kicking the ball around, honestly. Ryan McMahon, I think me and Grace were talking about this on Twitter. I do think Ryan McMahon will have a game for us that will help us win this postseason. I just got a feeling, right? But defensively, he changes the game over there at third. We have to be more solid and more fundamentally sound because being flawed is what killed us last year. Also, you have to keep in mind, if you're going to throw out a left-handed heavy lineup to start, then the righty comes in, who are you throwing out there when Chapman comes in? Because at some point in time, Aroldis Chapman is going to come in. Do you want to use that Ahmed Rosario bullet early, or do you want to use him in a situation where you have a Ryan McMahon up late or an Austin Wells up late and Chapman's coming out the bullpen? Then you just emptied out your whole tank. So it's something that Aaron Boone is definitely going to have to think about. Personally, I would rather start defensively strong. Bless you. I would rather start defensively strong first because I do think like McMahon's, he's prone to the strikeout, but at least it helps get the pitch count up. And here's the problem. We're going to have to go out there. We're going to have to battle Garrett Crochet. It's as simple as that. Get him out the game. Maybe we make it a little bit easier. Maybe the bats get going, and we don't have to worry about that Chapman problem. But you got two lefties that we probably will be seeing today that you have to worry about, Crochet and Aroldis Chapman.
But let me tell you this, and see if this changes your mind at all. Ahmed Rosario by far has the highest and best numbers versus Garrett Crochet of anyone on the roster. He's got a 667 batting average.
And that's why when I was looking at the numbers, I'm like, Ahmed Rosario will be in that lineup or will be.
I mean, I gotta believe he will be too.
Now, one thing that I got to tell you guys that I'm a bit worried about, and it wasn't really reported as much. Yesterday, when I was there for the Yankees open practice that they had for the Yankees and Red Sox, I was there from like 9 o'clock in the morning for the entire day. But if you guys follow on TikTok, I'll be live again on the field. When I was there yesterday, do you guys know who was the only player from the Yankee side that did not participate in any of the warm-ups?
A starter?
No, a position player.
Not Jazz. Not Jazz.
No, not Jazz. Like no.
Okay, thank God.
No.
So you're saying a starter, not somebody that started.
Like it's a start, like an important.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say
important.
Yeah. My first thought went Dominguez. Out of the starters, probably say McMahon,
Giancarlo. He was the only Yankee player that was not on the field and who did not participate in any of the activities yesterday for that whole hour and 15 minutes the Yankees are out there. And I was specifically, Judge came out. Everybody came out. Giancarlo did not come out. And that right there worries me because in his last at bat,
no, I can't talk about this.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
It was kind of like an infield single, and they took him out of the game. He fouled the pitch off of his foot, and then that same at bat, he hit it. And it was knocked down by Henderson, and Henderson was able to throw it, but Giancarlo Stanton beat it out, and they pinch ran him. Giancarlo was the only player that did not participate in any of the activities on the field yesterday. And I was specifically on TikTok Live, and everybody was asking, where's Giancarlo? Where's Big G? And we were looking for him. He did not come out.
What?
Oh my God. I'm so upset.
I don't mean to be doom and gloom 19 or 20 minutes into the show, but it's just a reality.
But look, we knew if you were watching the game and you saw the ball get fouled off of his foot, you knew something was wrong. I mean, I knew it in my soul. And I just didn't want to believe it. The way that he went to first and then immediately walked to the dugout, and because he didn't wait for them to send out a pinch runner. He just walked to the dugout. They sent out a pinch runner for him. And then we never heard anything from him or about him for the rest of the game. And I did not feel good. So now I'm very upset. But I kind of knew that oh no. Okay.
Well, I'll cross that. We'll cross that for me. We'll cross that bridge when it comes. Like if we see the reports, then that'll be the case for me. But he can have my foot. Whatever you need. I got you, bro.
I don't mean to be doom and gloom. I just gotta, and I waited to the show. I didn't want to like text you guys, and I wanted to get like your raw reaction for it. So I purposely held that back, and I ain't talking about it at all.
Well, Stan's all upper body anyway. He don't need to run. He'll jog around the bases after he hits a home run.
He's got that lower. Let me tell you, Maybe he was just resting. Maybe it was swollen, and they were just they were like, "You're good to go for the game, but don't go out there for practice. You don't need to. You're a pro. You're an MVP. You don't need to do that. Just rest your foot. Maybe swelling.
Yeah, bubble wrap him. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, here we go, guys. Next man up.
So
Lucas Giolito is out for the Red Sox.
So I was told, Jacob, that the roster has to technically be out by like 12 p.m., 1 p.m. That's what I was told yesterday. Miguel just said the roster's out now. Let me check now. Because I was told it has to be out by like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock today. So let me check right now. They're saying that the Yankees roster is out.
Y'all hear what I said?
Lucas Giolito? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Giolito's out for the Red Sox. They're dealing with that. They also have that new guy, Roman Anthony.
He's out.
Email to me. So, we're both dealing with stuff. I mean, it's the end of this season. Guys are banged up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Which is more incentive to say, damn, if we would have got the division, you had a couple of days to rest Giancarlo Stanton. But, we'll cross that bridge when it comes, ultimately. If I see him in the lineup, I know Giancarlo Stanton is going to give it all he's got when he's out there. So even an 80% Stanton is better than 80% playoff Stanton is better than 100% of other people. So we'll take it.
That's true. Good point.
It's not letting me share. Okay, hold on. I got to share it then from X.
Stanton, by the way, while you're looking that up, Hector, he doesn't have bad numbers versus Crochet. When I looked it up, he's got a 286 batting average and a 1,000 OPS versus Garrett Crochet. So a lot of people were saying like Stanton's not going to be a good matchup. I don't know what numbers they were looking at or where they were getting that from. Stanton is Stanton. And he has 2 hits and 1 home run off of Garrett Crochet in just 7 at-bats. So.
Oh, my brother JC, I saw him yesterday. It was so great seeing JC. But JC Escara is on the postseason roster.
Nice.
Wait. Oh, I was about to say, where's Ben Rice? He's right here in utility. This right here threw me off. Okay.
I see Jason Dominguez.
Grace, we're gonna need him to pinch one for Stanton later.
Jason Dominguez has fucking turned himself into the only character over the past 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know what has happened to Jason Dominguez ever since Jose Caballero has gotten Jason Dominguez out of his show. Jose Caballero is always with Jason Dominguez, always. And now you see Jason Dominguez, his character start. I got some videos to play, but yeah, this is the postseason roster. Let's go through it real quick. Obviously, when it comes to the pitchers, you got David Bednar, everybody's favorite new Yankee, Paul Blackburn is there. Fernando Cruz, Camilo Duvall, Maximus Friedemus is there. You got Tim Hill, Mark Leiter Jr., Carlos Rodon, Cam Slitler. We got Will Warren, Luke Weaver, and Devin Williams for the Yankees pitchers.
Luis Hill did not make the roster.
Yeah.
Just for the wild card. I bet he would join in a longer series.
Hey, shout out to my guy, Anthony from Subway to Shea. He just sent the text message. He's listening to us while he's cleaning up the house. Shout out to you, Ant. Hope all is well, brother.
Okay, JC.
So you got JC with the catchers. You got JC, Will Warren, JC and Austin Wells. Infielders: Jazz, Paul Goldschmidt, Ryan McMahon, Anthony Volpe. Outfielders: Jason Dominguez, Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton. And then utility: Cody Bellinger, Caballero, Ben Rice, and Ahmed Rosario.
Okay. Who's missing?
Luis Hill.
Luis Hill. The corresponding with JC for Luis Hill's not on there.
Okay.
I mean, we only need 3 starters. I mean, like you said, it makes sense. We only need 3 starters. So,
yeah.
If it goes to the next series, then that's a different story. I imagine they'll swap him and Escara back out.
Mm-hmm. But also, I got my conspiracy theory hat on. You know who I saw throwing a bullpen yesterday with JC?
Who?
Garrett Cole.
Dude, we've been saying
no way.
You know who I saw? You know who I saw, and I sent you guys a video. You know who I saw taking ground balls at third base? Garrett Cole. Yesterday, when they was doing simulated drills, Garrett Cole was the base runner that was at first base. They was doing infield drills like bunts to third base, first base, back to the pitcher. And Garrett Cole was like, nah, I'm the star. I'm gonna be the runner on first base. I'm gonna be with the boys. It was so intense, Grace. Like Garrett Cole is fucking intense just as a base runner. It got so intense. He came off of the field. One of the Boston beat writers, I forgot the guy's name, came up to him like, "Hey, Garrett, my name is such and such from the Boston Globe. Can I get a second?" Garrett was like, "How you doing?" And just went straight past him to get his water, drank his water. Is like, "I gotta go back," and just went to the field.
That's crazy.
He is so. Wouldn't it be amazing if we were like in the World Series and we were like up like 15-1, and then they let Garrett Cole have like
He has his
moment.
Willis Reed moment. Now you're not a Knicks fan. Willis Reed with the New York Knicks helped the Knicks beat the Lakers to win the championship. He came out of the tunnel hobbling at halftime on one leg, hobbling, the captain, because that was Willis Reed. He was the captain of the Knicks and led the Knicks to the championship. And Garrett Cole is going to have his Willis Reed moment. It's not going to happen, but
that would be amazing.
I want a Game 7. That's what I want. Game 7 of the World Series. Breaking news: Garrett Cole on the mound to start Game 7. Him go out there, give us a complete game shutout. That's my dream right there.
What if he just came out and threw the first pitch or something, and then they pulled him and went to somebody else, just so he could say, "I played in the World Series." When he gets his World Series championship ring, they got that moment. I know it's killing him to be not able to play right now.
Shout out to Garrett Cole.
On a roster. Even if you had him on a roster, something for the other team to think about. Like, oh shit, is he ready? Like, we're not ready for this.
Theo Harris with the $5 super chat helping us keep the lights on. We got to end this narrative that we can only beat AL Central teams in the playoffs. And I think this is important to what Grace was saying earlier when it comes to defeating our division rivals. Because we got to be honest, the Boston Red Sox this season, they did have the Yankees number. And even at Yankee Stadium, the Boston Red Sox on the season, they were 5-2 or 5-3, if I'm not mistaken, during the season. The last time the Yankees faced the Red Sox, they were different New York Yankees. We made moves at the trade deadline, and we took 2 out of 3. This Boston Red Sox team, they don't have their young stud in Roman Anthony. So who is going to win? What team is going to show up? The team that beat the Yankees 9 times this year, or the team that the Yankees beat 2 out of 3 minus Roman Anthony?
I personally think that this series is going to determine who represents the American League in the World Series. Either the Yankees win and they go all the way, or the Red Sox win and they go all the way. Because in my opinion, these are the 2 best teams in the American League, set to make a deep postseason run. Well, that's before Giolito got hurt. That's true. That's going to hurt them in a longer series, especially. But I do think that the Red Sox are hot second half of the season. Yankees are hot second half of the season. It's going to be a fight.
I just want to point something out real quick, and I'll kick it over to Ace with the roster, right, bro? Because we saw people throwing up the most insane hypothetical lineups. I'm glad that Austin Slater was left off the roster, because having people saying that Austin Slater was going to be the 5th hole hitter,
right?
What are we doing? And Li, I'm talking about you, bro. Go ahead, Ace.
I mean, we gotta beat the narrative, and only the New York Yankees can do it. We know what the narrative is. Yankees have not defeated a non-AL Central team in the postseason since we beat the Athletics in 2018. They have not defeated an AL team in the playoffs since Game 5 of the 2012 ALDS versus the Orioles. Now you have a chance to get that monkey off your back. It's as simple as that. You go out there and handle your business, and I do believe this team has the capability going all the way. I think the Blue Jays are frauds. I'm dead ass. Like, I don't think they're that good. They got hot. They got at their hottest when we got at our coldest. That's how they were able to pass us. And we almost caught their asses. We almost got you, bro. We really did. And I do think, like, you got to go out there and you got to handle your business. I wanted this team, when that gauntlet hit, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago, I wanted this team to be playing their best brand of baseball. Since that time, they've only lost 1 series, and that so you got to get there and handle your business. If this team is playing at their best, I think they have the capability of going all the way. The only team that I feel like can beat the Yankees is the New York Yankees.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree. And I think the Red Sox are better than the Guardians and the Tigers and the Blue Jays, or I shouldn't say better, but tougher in a tournament situation. I do think that whoever wins this series will represent the American League in the World Series. That's just my opinion.
I bring this up to show you. This was the Blue Jays schedule.
I forgot about the Mariners.
Let's look at the Mariners
I
definitely.
stand by what I said.
Let's look at the Blue Jays. This was the 10-game win streak that they went on. They beat the Yankees. Granted, the Yankees, no Big G, and I think Aaron Judge was injured also, but I don't got to remember where exactly this was. But they beat the Angels and they beat the White Sox.
And the A's. Oh, no, they lost to the A's. Yeah.
Yeah. This was their 10-game winning streak. This is when they took control of the AL East. This moment.
Yep.
And ever since July 1st, the New York Yankees have the second best record in all of Major League Baseball behind the Cleveland Guardians. So even with the month of June that happened when the Yankees got swept by the Blue Jays, and that was during the June swoon. We all remember that. Mm-hmm. Even with the June swoon, the Yankees were still tied with the Toronto Blue Jays for the best record in the American League.
And was that when Weaver was out?
Yes, that's when Weaver was out. That's when Fernando Cruz was out. That's when the bullpen was compromised. That's when Devin Williams was compromised. That's, I think, when Big G started to come back, but then Aaron Judge was out as well.
Yarbrough was out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Jazz was out, too, for a period of time around then as well. I don't remember when his rehab was. Do you guys remember when he was out? But anyway, yes, and we beat ourselves still in that series. I do not look back at that series and think, man, the Blue Jays really handled us. We beat ourselves. We were, like you said earlier, Hector, we were hobbling and we were making mistakes. We were playing sloppy baseball. We had no energy. We didn't have a good game plan. And they walked Aaron Judge every single time he came up to at bat. I mean, they did not impress me.
No.
I'm not just saying that because I'm a Yankees fan, because I literally just talked about how I think if we don't win, Boston will go to the World Series. So this is not about being biased as a Yankees fan. I'm not that impressed by the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just want to take a second, guys. We got over 30 people in the building rocking with us. We're sitting on 15 likes on YouTube. If you guys can, just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. We are on our way to 6,000 subscribers. Follow us on every social media platform that we have. The links are in the description. Also, guys, hit that bell notification, because after the game today, we will be going live with our first Yankees postseason pregame show. So make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be me, Ace, and Grace later on tonight. I will be coming from Yankee Stadium. We're going to work out the magic. I'm going to have future producers, so it's going to be good for us. So, guys, make sure you guys are tuning in later on for the show.
Let's go.
Post-game show, excited. You mean?
Yeah, post-game show.
Yeah. Post-game show. We'll be here. We'll be breaking it down. I told y'all I cannot be responsible for my emotional reaction.
I'm excited for that.
Ace, you should not be excited. No, you should not.
Y'all gonna see. Notice I said y'all with the country accent.
Y'all gonna see.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna see.
Grace
I cannot be responsible. I need to make like a sign to hold up in front of my face when I need a second or something.
Disclaimer that goes across the screen. Grace Monroe is not responsible for anything, any anxiety that she may occur to you.
I do need that. I do need that. Y'all, I take this game way too seriously. Did y'all see the hype video that the Yankees posted?
I was just looking at it right now.
Where they literally came for Juan Soto's neck.
Did they?
Yeah. Oh, and Aroldis Chapman's neck. I'm like, Yankees really went there. They really, really went there. I mean, if you guys haven't seen that video, you got to go watch it. They did a great job. They always do a great job. Their production value is so.
No, I got it right here. This one, right?
I can't tell yet. Yeah.
They're coming in hungry, if not hungrier than years past. You guys are ready to get back to work and get us back in that spot and rewrite the script.
Ooh, this is hard.
Wait, this is not the one. Hold
Not
on,
the
I'm
one?
gonna find it. I'm gonna find
Okay.
it.
But that one was
Oh,
pretty
here
cool.
it is. Here it is.
That
I'm
one-
sending
that
it.
was
I'll
hard.
send it to you, Heck.
Yeah,
I'll
text,
send it
text
to you.
it to me. Don't send it in our group chat. Send it to a regular text.
Just send it to you. It's baseball is full of change.
There it is.
Our goal remains the same.
Baseball
The
is
change
full
is
of
Juan Soto.
changes.
Watch this.
The next city,
And let's do it here at Fenway.
the next pitcher, the next moment.
Can the Yankees walk it off? We go to the bottom of the ninth.
Ooh, chills,
Sometimes-
chills.
Change requires effort. Max effort.
The Yankees have agreed to terms with Max Fried. 8-year deal. This is a big-time get.
I don't think they're done yet.
Brian Cashman's not going to sit back and Hal Steinbrenner. They're going to pivot. They're going to find a way.
The Yankees putting the pieces of
Cody.
the puzzle together.
Change can be exciting.
The Yankees offense, we can say, is fired back up.
See ya! Back to back to back.
It's been unbelievable to watch the rotation.
And sometimes change is exactly what is needed. A grand slam for Cody Bellinger. What a nice Goldschmidt ties
That
the game to start the
was
seventh.
Eddie Betty. That was Eddie Betty.
Yes!
See ya! A huge home run from Grisham.
We're going to drive deep to right center field. Get it up, baby! Gone! Hey now! But there's always room for improvement. New heights to be reached.
A pinch hit. 2-run home run for Stanton. Amazing. 50 home runs or more for the 4th season of his career. The Yankees' 9th home run of the day. They did it again. Perfect through 6 innings. McMahon with the walk-off single.
A gutsy 5-out save.
Caballero, Judge and Judge, and the Yankees are going to the postseason.
But when it comes to October and the chase for a title, some things never change.
Let's go. Isn't that tough? I told y'all.
Also,
I told
too,
y'all.
Max Fried in his press conference. Did y'all see that?
Mm-mm.
One, I was able to get a question in. He answered it. It was amazing. But also, he was wearing his CC Sabathia shirt, which I thought, all right, he's locked in. He's locked in, ready to go. Shout out to the chat. Robert Little is in the building. ESPN would just talk about the Yankees like the Red Sox are not even there. I will mute those fools. I don't think no, I think no, it is on ESPN tonight. Is it on ESPN tonight?
Yes,
It is on
and David
ESPN tonight.
Cohn will be in the booth.
Yeah, I'm about to say I knew it was going to be Coney. It's going to be David Cohn and somebody from the Red Sox, like it's 1-1 or something.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. And I can't remember the Red Sox guy's name because I don't care. But David Cohn will be there.
Shout out
And
to
so
the
he
Red
needs to
Sox.
represent. It's not going to be Smoltz. I did see that. So thank
God.
God for small
Thank God.
favors.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God for John Smoltz. And John Smoltz is a former Red Sox as well towards the end of his career. That's more forgettable time. Shout out to the chat. Let's shout out some more people. NES is in the building. Mr. Sean Browning, how you doing? My guys, salute, 3 capital S's. El Delulu, Yankee fan. Los Yankees and Starkeys. Shout out to my brother Delulu. Delulu, let me know if you're going to be at the stadium tonight, bro. Let me know. TC still says, I'm going to be home. Shout out to NFE. The Strike Zone is in the building, dropping in to say what's good. Let's go, Yankees. Be well, everyone. Shout out to my guy, NFE, The Strike Zone. Make sure you guys give him a follow. Another dope Yankee content creator that we all support over here. And, of course, John, the Beagle Dad. Question. X Factors. Who's got X Factors in this series?
Trent Grisham. I'm gonna go with Trent. We're gonna need him to give us some of that magic. You guys know when he hits that home run and kind of just stares it down backwards. That kind of gets the
He's so
crowd
cool.
energized. Yeah, I'm also gonna need something from the young guys. Like how much of a sigh of relief would it be if Anthony Volpe is able to come out and have a good series? Because last time we seen him in the postseason, we know he hit a grand slam in the World Series. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I must go with Trent Grisham and Anthony Volpe need to be my X factors.
You know what? I was really planning to shock y'all and say Anthony Volpe, but now you took my fucking answer. I
Mm.
think that if Anthony Volpe were to put it together and actually show up and make a difference for this New York Yankees team, no one on the squad would get us more hype to see him have success like he did last year for us. But do I think that's going to happen? I'm going to say Jose Caballero. I'm going to say Jose Caballero's energy, getting him on the base paths, having him steal bags, and how he taunts the other side, how he gets in their minds. That is going to be huge in a rivalry game and a rivalry series like we're going to see. And I think he has the ability to fire up the squad so much that I do think Jose Caballero, whether he comes in pinch running, pinch hitting, or starting situations, will be a huge, huge factor in this series.
Well, he's got to watch out with getting picked off. Like I love the aggression, but he's been getting picked off the last couple of weeks on the base path. You can't do that in the playoffs, Jose.
No,
be smarter.
Yeah. And for me, I'm going to say before, and I'm going to drop this in the chat. We got 2 super chats. Guys, if you guys can, join the membership. We got a membership now on the channel, $2.99 a month. It helps out tremendously when it comes to growing the channel, helping us pay for like new features that we have, but also it helps when it comes to driving the YouTube algorithm when it comes to the SEO. So if you guys can't help us out, it's $2.99. Shout out to Richie Squires with the $5 super chat who says Soto joined the Mets so he can have October off. You know what? Shout out to Richie Squires for that. And then my man Big Ant NYC with the $10 super chat. What are your thoughts on Judge winning the MVP now that his home run title remains intact and being the first player ever to win a batting title while hitting 50 home runs? Also, the Miami series cost us the East. Big Ant, there's a lot of games that cost us the East. I think like 8 of those losses to the Blue Jays. Well, one of those games would have got us the AL East. But anybody want to take this one? Or do you guys want to come back to this question?
Go ahead, Ms. Grace. Take it away.
I do think, and I've been saying this, and I still believe that Aaron Judge will win the MVP. It will be a close vote, but he will edge out Cal Raleigh and win his 3rd MVP award this year. What he's done is record-breaking in his own right, and I'm glad that people are recognizing that. The fact that he won the batting title while hitting 53 home runs, 53, right? 53? 53 home runs, never been done before. The fact that he has now had his 4th season hitting 50 or more home runs, which has only been done by 3 other people, 2 of which were juiced, allegedly. Allegedly, but we all know. I mean, he's doing things that haven't been done in over 100 years and or have never been done. He is the most valuable player in the American League. And when the beat writers have been talking on the rounds this week on their interviews, Jeff Passan mentioned that he asked one of his friends who still has an MVP vote. And he told him that he had been asking athletes all over the league, not in the East, who do you think is the MVP? Every single athlete that he asked said Aaron Judge. Every single athlete. So look, Cal Raleigh has had an incredible year. Congratulations to him. But Aaron Judge is the American League MVP.
Yeah, I just want to say before we continue, shout out to my brother, the Ace Avenue right underneath me for gifting a #1 tier membership to Richie Squires. So if you guys get a membership, that's something else. If you guys get a membership, you can gift the membership to somebody else. That way we can all be involved when it comes to the extra access that it gives us. But to piggyback off of you, Grace, I got some ammunition when it comes to this conversation. Aaron Judge reached base safely in 136 out of 152 games played. That's over 90% of the games that Aaron Judge played. He reached base.
I believe it.
Aaron Judge also led the majors in batting average with 331, on base percentage with 457. His slug was 688. His OPS was 1.144. He was on base, or the times he was on base, 310 times this year. He was intentionally walked 36 times. He had a WAR that was in double digits, a 10.1 WAR according to Fangraph, and he ranked second in runs scored with 137, but first in the AL. So basically, every stat that I just read you off was not just the American League. This was the entire major leagues. He led every offensive category except for home run because Kyle Raleigh obviously had more home runs than him. But what are we talking about when it comes to
end of story? Yeah, I mean, Nosebleed sent me, shout out to Nosebleed if he's still in the chat. Nosebleed sent me a stat, and it was that Aaron Judge has been the MLB's player of the week 3 times, and Cal Raleigh only twice.
Also, want to shout out to Danny in the chat with the $4.99 super chat, helping us keep the lights on. We appreciate you, Danny. If you guys can, drop a super chat, $1.99, $2.99, whatever. I'm hoping for Judge to continue to stay hot. All eyes would be on Judge's performance with the future. Wait, the further we advance, Judge needs to be great from here on. 100%, Danny. And to double down, and I'll throw it over to Ace, Judge, 20 first inning home runs this season. They were the most in the first inning in a single season in Major League Baseball history.
The boy's a table setter. Like what Danny said. Thank you for the $4.99. Danny says, hoping the Judge to continue to stay hot. The last 5 games for Aaron Judge, 9 hits, 9 RBIs, 4 home runs. I would say that's hot getting into the playoffs. Now it needs to continue as well. He's had some big moments versus Crochet. A big walk, a big game tying home run when they face each other, but we're gonna need him. Look, we can talk about X factors. It's as simple as this. Aaron, if we're gonna this Yankee team's gonna go as far as Aaron Judge takes us. It's as simple as that. He is the best player on the planet. He is the future AL MVP, future Hall of Famer, whatever accolade you want to throw his way. And now is the time that he needs to step up so we can say he's a World Series champion.
Over his final 30 games of the season, Aaron Judge hit 374. He had a 533 on base percentage, and he slugged 798. He was 37 for 99. He scored 35 runs, 3 doubles, 13 home runs, 21 RBIs. Again, he was walked 33 times.
Yep.
Aaron Judge's slug in the last 30 days is almost higher than Cal Raleigh's OPS. I'm dead serious. Like, this is crazy. Anyway.
And again, just to add one more thing on, because I got to drop all the tea this morning because the Yankees gave me ammo. Because the Yankees are like, we need you guys to write these articles. We need you guys to get people to say that Judge is the MVP. Because he is. Judge was named the AL Player of the Month, something that Grace brought up, for the month of March, for the month of April, and for the month of May. He earned multiple Player of the Month honors in a single season for the 4th time in his career. He was also named AL Player of the Month twice. Come on.
Exactly. What are we talking about? I mean, and now we're going to find out if my theory is correct. We're going to have a little science experiment, everybody. Did y'all do science fair when you were little?
Mm-hmm.
I used to make volcanoes because those were easy.
Okay.
Those are the easy A.
Yeah.
Clay, you put it on soda bottle, easy A plus.
Okay, well, we're about to have our own little New York Yankees science experiment, okay? Because weeks ago, maybe months ago, I stood on this podcast and I said, getting in as a wild card would not be the worst thing for the New York Yankees because it would allow Judge to stay hot. I've seen Aaron Judge after he has rest in the postseason, and I've seen how long it takes for him to get hot. Right now, Aaron Judge is as hot as a red hot poker, okay? He is like branding iron hot, okay? So y'all know what a branding iron is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yay, okay. Look at my little New York friend.
Like,
hey, we're all coming along here.
He's like, I got a country explain to y'all city folk.
All right, no, we all know what a branding iron is. Aaron Judge is in a perfect place to dispel all the negative rumors about how he can't perform in the postseason. right now. He's never been as hot as he is right now. This moment, they are built for it. They are ready for it. Aaron Judge, we need you to stay hot through these games, and you will cement a new layer of legacy in New York.
Also, too, when talking about staying hot, against the AL East, Aaron Judge, 16 out of his 53 home runs were against the American League East. Against the AL East, Aaron Judge hit 329, 451 on base percentage, and a 653 slug.
Is that good?
I think that's great. Again,
is he good?
Aaron Judge, his legacy is going to be defined by what he does in the postseason. We all agree, and we all know that Aaron Judge, he has the third worst batting average in MLB history when it comes to postseason play with a minimum of 200 at-bats. What's kind of sad is that Cody Bellinger is 5th on the list, which sucks. Alex Bregman is 20 on the list, so I guess that's like a plus for the Yankees. But Aaron Judge is going to have an Alex Rodriguez type of postseason run that he had in 2009. Not 2005 or 2006 when they put you in the 8th hole in the lineup. We're going to need 2009 Alex Rodriguez out of Aaron Judge.
You know, I can't remember what the stat was, but there was a stat also that we mentioned last year about Aaron Judge's strikeouts in the postseason, how he was a victim of a lot of strikeouts, and I can't remember the stat, so just forgive me on that, but it's a lot. And so that's what Aaron Judge decided to work on in this offseason. Mm-hmm. And then what did we see from him this year? A batting title version of a power bat like Babe Ruth, but with a batting title. This guy took the one hole in his game and eliminated it. We've seen it. He has hit 53 home runs with being on the IL, and he won the batting title. That's the Aaron Judge we're about to see in the postseason.
Yeah. The time is now. If not now, then when? Like, no better time than right now to get it done. Like, Aaron Judge, best player on the planet. We all know this. And like I said, I expect him to have a big postseason because, like I said, I keep alluding to this. This is different, man. Like, I've never had a kid. You know, I don't know if anybody else has, but that stuff is life-changing. Like, legit. Like, it makes you put some things in perspective. And we've seen a different Aaron Judge this year. So I hope that we see a different Aaron Judge when it comes to the postseason. Let's go.
What do you think needs to happen? How can I phrase this? What do the Yankees need in order for them to beat the Red Sox this series, Ace?
Fundamentally, we got to play tight. You can't be out there giving extra outs, kicking the ball around. Like when we beat the Red Sox the last series, they were the ones making mistakes. We have to go out there and play a clean brand of baseball because we know what the MO was last year. You put the ball in play, the Yankees booted around. Yankees fixed that with Ryan McMahon. Volpe, as of late, has been playing better defense as well. Jazz has made some great plays at second. Paul Goldschmidt at first base. You have to play better, fundamentally sound. Hitting runners in scoring position is key because you're not going to go up there and expect to smack 4, 5, 6 home runs off a guy like Garrett Crochet. You have to have those timely at-bats. So we've seen too many times in the regular season, the New York Yankees have runners on first and second, nobody out, back-to-back Ks. We saw that a couple times in the Orioles series. You can't have that. You have to move runners over and get them in a scoring position. You got guys like Austin Wells who lead the league and who is like one of the league leaders in sac flies. This Yankee team is one of those. Those are just easy ways to tack on runs. Like runs are so pivotal in this postseason. Like even if you just tack on one when you're up 2-0, it's the difference between winning and losing. You got to get those runs over. Got to manufacture runs. And we need a clean game out of Aaron Boone from the bullpen. Like it's as simple as that. Aaron Boone has to be able to put the right pieces in place to be able to win. If that culmination all happens, timely hitting, great defense, and Aaron Boone actually managing, I think we could take this series and beyond.
What about you? What about you, Grace? What's your thought?
I agree with everything Ace said. I think we're going to need, y'all, we're going to have some big outs from Devin Williams. He's got to be the Devin Williams that we have seen over the last 2-3 weeks. If he can do that and get us to Bednar, that's the key to, especially in a short series. That's going to be the key for me. if we can have high Lev Dev in that 8th, 7th, 8th inning, wherever he comes in, that's going to be the key for me. And I hope he can do it. The Bronx is going to be bopping. It's going to be an environment like he has never seen, even playing for the New York Yankees all year long. We know the postseason is a different animal. He's got his own demons, his own ghosts he's got to conquer for his own postseason legacy and entering free agency. There's a lot of pressure on him, and I think he's going to be the linchpin in the bullpen. So I just pray for Devin Williams. I really do.
When you look at Devin Williams for the month of September, Devin Williams appeared in 4 games for the Yankees. He pitched 4 innings each. He lowered his ERA. It's below 5 on the season. He ended with a 4.87 4.79 ERA. For me, game 1 is pivotal. That's why I said whoever wins game 1 wins the series. So that's why I think it's important to have your A+ defense behind Max Fried. Whether that's Ryan McMahon at 3rd, Caballero at 2nd, with Anthony Volpe at shortstop, with Paul Goldschmidt at 1st, and Austin Wells as your catcher. If that's the defense that you're going with, copy. That's a solid defensive unit behind Max Fried. Because when you look at it for his career, Max Fried, he has 5 career starts in the postseason for the Atlanta Braves. In those starts, hold on, he has a 3.76 ERA. He is 0-1, but the Braves were 4-1 in those 5 starts. So he may not have gotten a decision. One start was like really bad. That was I think he was fasting or for one of those holidays. And he came back. Apparently, he was just hungry, and he got rocked for like 6 runs or something like that. But outside of that, he's been solid in the postseason. So he may not have gotten decisions, but he gave the Braves chances to win 4 out of those 5 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Max Fried is a better pitcher this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, I actually think, honestly, the Yankees are capable of taking a series even if they lose game 1.
Me too.
I think that this team is built for it because, like, Garrett Crochet is their best punch, right? It depends. It also depends on how it looks. If you go out there and you hammer around Crochet, the bats get going early because we've seen this team struggle in days after a day off. We've seen the bats kind of have to get going, right? I believe this is going to be a low-scoring type game, right? Because you're going to have 2 great pitchers on the bump. I think if the Yankees win today, I think it's over tomorrow. I think if we lose today, I think we'll win it on Thursday. Because I do think this team is very capable of winning the next 2 games. We don't, Bayo and Grace was saying Giolito's out, so we don't really know, but I do think this team is very capable of doing it. If they drop game 1, that doesn't mean I want them to drop game 1. I want them to go out there and handle this as quick as possible. But today's going to be a battle of 2-star lefties out there. Who's going to blink first? As much as, like you were talking about Max Fried, as much as Yankee fans are worried about Garrett Crochet, they got to worry about Max Fried. It's as simple as that. They got to come see him. So we got our best weapon out there, and I do trust Carlos Rodon. Those 2 guys, the league leaders in wins this year, both of them on top of the league. Like, you got to come see those guys, and then it'll be a big moment for Cam if we get the 3 going against his hometown team, and it'll be a big moment for him in the Bronx. But he's got to step up, and it's as simple as that. But I do believe the bats have to get going. We got to play clean defense, and Aaron Boone has to outmanage Alex Cora. It's as simple as that for me.
Yeah. For me, the reasoning behind why I said game 1 is so important, because since this new structure of the wild card series, 3 games, best out of 3, since this has been implemented, there has been not one team who has lost game 1 and who has come back to win the series. Every team who wins game 1 goes on to win the series in this new wild card format. So that's why I think game 1 is so pivotal. And also, when you look at the way that the Red Sox have played the Yankees this year, Brian Bello, to me, has owned the Yankees outside of one start that the Yankees roughed him up for. And if we lose to Garrett Crochet, having Brian Bello as the number 2 starter to face who has owned you this season, it's kind of putting the Yankees behind the 8 ball. They're putting them and backing them into the corner and making it very difficult for them. I can see the Yankees winning game 1, losing game 2 to Bello, And then in game 3, the Yankees win because as of right now, the Red Sox they have not named a number 3 starter because Lucas Giolito is out on the IL.
I think the key to tonight's game is going to be getting Garrett Crochet out as soon as possible. Yeah, try to get your hits off of him, but work counts. Go get him out of the game because he has shown the ability to pitch 8 innings, no problem. He even pitched into the 9th inning once versus the Yankees this season. And we weren't doing ourselves any favors because his pitch count was staying low. We can't let that happen tonight. It has got to be working the count, fouling off a million pitches, and tiring him out as soon as possible. Get to their bullpen and try to work it that way. I mean, it's got to happen. If Garrett Crochet is still on the mound in the 7th or 8th inning, it's going to be tough sledding, okay? But I do agree with Ace. Even if the Yankees lose tonight, I do think that they can still win the series, even though history has not shown that has happened. Yankees have never played in a 3-game wild card series, right? So, I mean, we never played in a 3-game.
We've never been in a 3-game. Yeah.
Yeah. So Yankees this year, I feel like this season we love to lose game 1 and then win game 2 and 3 in a series. So, I mean, look, Garrett Crochet is a Cy Young maybe winner this year. We're going to see. It's going to be a close vote. But we can get to him. We can win tonight. We need to win tonight. We will win. I'm saying we will win tonight because magic is on our side and this is our year. So I'm just going to say we can win. We need to win. We will win. But if we don't, all is not lost. Game 3, the advantage definitely swings back to the Yankees. They don't even have a game 3 starter.
If we can get to game 3, that's my issue.
If we can get to game 3.
If we can get to game 3, because I do not want to be backed into a corner having to beat Brian Bello when he has owned us this year. I'm going to look up his stats against the Yankees, and I'll kick it over to Ace.
Yeah. I mean, anything goes. Garrett, I mean, this is playoffs. Like, there have been Yankees that have had a lot of success when it comes to the playoffs. There are a lot of unknowns over there on that side. Garrett Crochet has not had a lot of playoff experience. He is not. Like, Bayo, I have no idea either. Like, it harps back to a couple years ago. Everybody's harping over, the Orioles and the Blue Jays. Everybody's like, oh, they got in. They barely scored runs. It's different when you're up there. And the stats show that the Yankees play better when they're at home in the playoffs. Under Aaron Boone, they played better every time they've had the home field advantage. So you got to go out there and you got to handle your business. I trust our lineup from top to bottom. Our pitcher, it's going to be tough for Crochet, no doubt. But I trust Max Fried to be able to go out there and be a dog and get it done. And then we got that dog at the end of the line, and David Bednar that can shut stuff down too. So we're gonna have to do it, man. The time is now. Let's do it.
I think also Devin Williams' stats are better at home. I think. I'll have to look that up.
For this season, Brian Bello had a 2-1 record with a 1.89 ERA and 17 strikeouts and 3 appearances against the Yankees. That 1.89 ERA, it blew up because his last start, he gave up 4 runs to the Yankees. The 2 starts prior, he went 7 scoreless innings against the Yankees. Both starts.
What's his playoff record?
For his career, Brian Bello is 5-4 with a 2.35 ERA, 53 strikeouts, and 11 appearances versus the New York Yankees for his career. You said postseason?
Yeah, that's all I like to see. I mean, even though that is what it is. That was then. This is now. Like I just feel like the time is now to get it done, man.
Well,
and
the Red Sox. I was about to say the Red Sox. They haven't been in the postseason since 2021, so Bello doesn't have any postseason experience.
No. So
none of them.
I
don't think hardly any of the players. I think the only player that probably does is Rob Refsnyder because he was there when the last time the Red Sox was in the postseason, and Rob Refsnyder will be in the lineup today because he matches left-handed pitching.
Time is now. That's look, man. I just feel like it is different. You got to go out there and you got to handle your business. You got to go out there and do what you got to do. Like I just feel like this team is special. Like especially coming off of a World Series, the expectations is to get back there. And if you can go out there and beat your rival Red Sox, it will do a lot to propel you to that ultimate goal of 28. But you got to take it one game at a time, one inning at a time, one at bat at a time, one pitch at a time. It's as simple as that. Like Grace was saying, you got to go out there and you got to work crochet. Could you imagine if you're able to go out there, and I'm not even saying like light them up, but I'm saying like get the pitch count high, get them out of there in the 5th inning, get into the bullpen for them to start panicking to like and get the W, and then they start panicking for tomorrow. Like, let's go. Let's do it.
Also, what I wanted to point out when it comes to the Yankees offense this year, a lot of people, especially people that, that fan base of a team that's in Queens, we dare not speak their name. It's like Voldemort from Harry Potter. But there was a lot of those fans that was saying that the Yankees offense was worse this year because of quote unquote Juan Soto not being in the lineup. The Yankees offense was better this year than what it was last year. The Yankees offense last year, 248. This year, 251 batting average. On base percentage, basically tie. Slugging this year, 455. Last year, 429. But when you look at the stolen bases, last year we had 88 stolen bases. This year we had 134 stolen bases.
Wow.
Last year we had 237 home runs. This year we have 274 home runs. Last year we scored 815 runs. This year we scored 849 runs.
Wow.
Sounds like it was better than me.
The key stat to me and all the stats that I read off was the stolen bases. Because we know in the postseason, there's 2 things that are difference makers. 3 things: getting on base, hitting home runs, and stealing bases. If you can create chaos on the base path, you can force a team to make a mistake. When you force teams to make a mistake, they get exposed. That's what happened to the New York Yankees last year against the Dodgers. The Dodgers forced the Yankees to make mistakes. They took advantage of it. So the Yankees, they need to go out there and make chaos and create chaos on the base path, whether that's with Caballero, whether that's with Anthony Volpe, Jason Dominguez, Cody Bellinger, whoever it is. Aaron Judge has double-digit stolen bases as well. Whoever it is, you have to create chaos on the base paths.
What lineup would you guys like to see tonight? Who would you like leading off? Pattern show you that it's probably gonna be Goldie, but who would you guys prefer?
It's going to be Goldie. It's going to be Goldie because when the lineup comes back around later on in the game, you could pinch hit Ben Rice for Paul Goldschmidt, and you can have the top of the lineup being Ben Rice and then Aaron Judge as a 2-hole hitter. So I can see Goldie leading it off, Judge as a 2-hole hitter. Then I can see Cody Bellinger, Belly at the 3, then Giancarlo Stanton as your cleanup hitter, Trent Grisham as your 5-hole hitter.
Really?
Then rest of the lineup, I don't know.
Yeah, I could see Grisham somewhere in the middle.
Especially
if they've done that every time they lead off Goldie.
Yeah, if Goldie is leading off, then Trent Grisham is going to be in the middle of the lineup, which it makes it difficult late in the game if you have a righty to face Giancarlo, and then you got Trent coming up after him, who's going to work an at bat 8, 9, 10 pitches.
Yeah, and you definitely those top 4 are spot on because you're going to want Judge and Stanton to get as many at bats as possible, especially in the postseason. Volpe's bottom of the lineup, it also depends because like if you're gonna go lefty, like let's say Rosario gets an appearance tonight, it wouldn't surprise me if he's in the middle and then the second he's out, like maybe they swap Jazz back in. I don't know what they're gonna do if Jazz is gonna start. I'm assuming Jazz is going to start. That it might be Rosario for McMahon, but it really just depends on what's gonna happen for real. Like the lineup should be coming out in a little bit, and then that's gonna be a whole different discussion.
Y'all, let me tell y'all. Go ahead.
If the 1 to 5, real quick, if the 1 to 5, like I said, is Goldie, Judge, Belly, Stanton, Grisham, that allows your 6, 7, 8, 9 guys be the guys that you substitute late in the game. It allows Aaron Boone to make substitutions and not have to worry, damn, if it comes back up to the top of the lineup or to the 2-hole or to the 3-hole, I'm going to be asked out because now I have to put somebody like a Caballero to be Judge's protection. You don't have to worry about that with your 6, 7, 8, 9 guys being the guys that you substitute and platoon. It's like hockey. You're sending your second line out there when you get to your 6, 7, 8, and 9 guys.
Yeah.
Well, I was putting my makeup on this morning and I'm listening to podcasts and I'm taking notes and I'm doing my makeup, whatever. And I went like this and I go, oh, and my husband goes, what's wrong? And I go, I just don't know if I want to play McMahon or Rosario. And my husband looks at me and he goes, it's not your decision.
The hell it ain't.
And I was like, first of all, how dare you? But yeah, I am really, really torn and I'm going back and forth. I mean, McMahon and Fried are a team. You know, we've talked so much about how Fried has mentioned that McMahon has told him on more than one occasion, give me the ball. Like, have them hit the ball toward third base. I love snagging it. Give it to me more. I want it more. I want it more. And Fried is going to need to feel comfortable that McMahon has got his back at the hot corner tonight in this start. If he induces ground ball contact, he's got no worries because McMahon is going to be right there to glove it. If it were me, and now I've said Rosario has the highest numbers versus Garrett Crochet of anyone on the team. So this is a really tough spot to be in. However, I think I would put McMahon in, and as soon as Fried comes out of the game, Rosario goes in. I would attach McMahon and Fried together. That's what I would do, I think.
I'm gonna say, and Ace, you're somebody that you do your live streams when it comes to the game, right? You do your play-by-play. One of the best that are out there. Make sure you guys follow my guy Ace. His channel is in the description of this video, so you guys can be tuned in to his live play-by-play. Since the trade deadline, since these reinforcements have come, I've seen, and let me know your thoughts on it, a different managing style from Aaron Boone. I've seen Aaron Boone be an actual manager and manage the best baseball he has since being the Yankees manager because of these extra guys that are on the base. I mean, that are on the bench. Am I off by saying that, or do you see what I'm saying?
No, it's about Aaron Boone is using the weapons at his disposal. So that also goes out to kudos to Cashman for being able to make those moves because we didn't have those before. There's only so much that you can do with when you have Pablo Reyes coming off the bench. Pablo Reyes was on the bench for a long time. We forget about that because of how long the season was. But when you have Pablo Reyes and then you lose, I think also what hurt Aaron Boone was losing friend of the channel, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Yeah.
I think once Oswaldo Cabrera went down, I think that handcuffed Boone a lot, which is why certain moves needed to be made. Ahmed Rosario, the second Cabrera went down, I was screaming for a guy like Ahmed Rosario, a versatile enough guy that can hold down the fort for a year until we get that. Jose Caballero was a guy I didn't see coming. But we totally we retooled multiple things, right? Our bullpen, which, you know, some guys have worked out, some guys have not. But then we've also retooled the depth on this team because this team just feels different. And when you have those weapons at your disposal, it allows you to manage more. So kudos to the organization for giving Boone the capability of making that. But you're absolutely right. Since he's had them, he's used them more. And even in starts where during the regular season where you're throwing a lefty out there first, he's had no problem throwing the Slaters out there, the Ahmed Rosarios out there, the Caballeros out there during the regular season. Second that pitcher comes out, make those changes because you have the capability of doing it. So I'm all for it. And another person that also gives us the ability to, JC Escarra being back out there.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about Ben Rice being worried about him because I think Ben Rice is a much improved catcher. But I trust JC Escarra more. And I like the at-bats from Escarra, not more than Ben Rice, though. I like the at-bats from Escarra more than Austin Wells, at least. But yeah, having that other weapon on the bench allows you to be more versatile with a guy like Ben Rice late in the game because we're going to see him come at first base at some time. And keep in mind, I think at some point in this postseason, maybe if the certain moves get made, I think we actually might see maybe potentially Cody Bellinger at first base at some point in this postseason. But the versatility allows you to do that. We'll see.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's important that Aaron Boone utilizes every guy on this roster, every guy on that bench. Every guy will be used and getting some burn in the postseason. It's 12:15. I just want to say we got to get ready to wrap things up because I got to get ready to head to the stadium. Grace, I'll kick it over to you because I got a one video from Jason Dominguez that I want to play. All right, Grace, so go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say one thing, and I don't want to say it anymore because it's negative, and I don't want to end on a negative note.
Okay, so
forget it.
Okay,
so forget it.
I want to hear it now. Yeah,
so now I'm interested. I'm like, now
you got my attention.
Well, all I was gonna say was that Paul doesn't have good numbers versus Crochet. I know he mashes lefties, but he doesn't mash Crochet So I don't know why he's getting the start at first base over Ben Rice. Ben hits lefties, and I don't understand this move. I think they're doing it for the defense. I don't think Paul's defense has been that much better than Ben Rice's defense over the last month. Rice's defense has really come around a lot, and I just don't agree with that move. I know maybe they're going with Paul because he's a veteran. I don't know. I don't understand why Paul is getting the start at first base tonight, but that's what I was going to say. And I hate to leave it on a negative note. So y'all say something positive.
I got you. I'm going to piggyback off that, and I got you.
For his career, he's 2 for 15 and 16 plate appearances against Garrett Crochet.
Yeah. Katie Sharp did tweet earlier yesterday. Over the past 7 weeks, Paul Goldschmidt struggled versus lefties. His only extra base hit in a span came on August 26th versus lefties since August 7th. The 159, 229, 182, 48 plate appearances, 7 hits, 5 Ks, 3 walks. On a different note, Ben Rice is, I think, once you get Paul Goldschmidt out there for defense, I absolutely agree with you wholeheartedly, Grace. Ben Rice's defense at first base, how he's been able to stretch, how he's been able to pick it, especially at the hot corner. He's made a lot of good plays. I was very impressed this last weekend with Ben Rice's ability to go opposite field. We saw a couple of opposite field home runs. We might have a star in the making. I am not lying to you, legit. And I think Ben Rice is going to have a good postseason. And when he does, that just takes a lot of pressure off guys like Stanton and guys like Judge, and gives more faith to people like us that we could actually develop some prospects. It's as simple as that. I think Ben Rice is going to have a good one, but we got to have good at bats and then get Rice right in there.
That opposite field home run was to the big part of Yankee Stadium. Also, I saw that from the press box. I was like, wow, that's impressive. So I got this one video that I want to play because we want to leave here on a high note, a happy and cheerful high note. Jason Dominguez is fucking hilarious. I'm not sure if you guys saw him photobomb or try to photobomb Meredith when she was doing her pregame, but that right there is another video that's on the Yankees social media. I want to play this video real quick. This is from when the Yankees, they had their Latino players come in and they had a meal for them. Marlon was there. It was dope. Make sure you guys watch the whole video. But I just want to point these 45 seconds from Jason Dominguez.
More criollos. I open just like a restaurant, just salad, something like that. Right now, at this time. You know. Di que yo sala, ¿qué sala ni sala, bro? Pile fritura. Sí, cómo no. Y te vaya ahí colmado y te metes una salchipapa. Usamos mermelada de piña. No, mermelada. No tengo. ¿Qué estoy diciendo yo?
His face, because they was talking about not using ketchup in like a burger, that they use pineapple jam, and his face like, no ketchup, pineapple jam.
De piña.
Look at his face.
Mermelada de piña. I was the first to get here today. That's a good point. Toma. No, yo creo que sí. Hungry though? But yeah.
They were talking about salads, and he was like,
Pineapple shouldn't go on anything.
He said salad. Because
salad.
It was asking him like if you open up a restaurant or like if you had like what would the only food like you eat, and he was like salad. And Jason, salad. He was like, Jason literally said, I just need fried food. What do you mean salad?
Oh, I love how he's genuine, and so much has happened to this kid. Like in his first full season in the major leagues, as being the top prospect, it did not go the way he thought it was going to go. He's taken everything in stride. He's got such a great head on his shoulders. I can't wait to keep following his career and watch him blossom, because he's something special.
Yeah, and when I tell you that Jose Caballero has gotten him out of his shell, I see a different version of Jason Dominguez now because of Caballero. Before, Jason Dominguez was very reserved, very quiet to himself. Like he'll talk, like he'll wave to the media and just walk by. Now it's like he's he's taking ground balls at first. He's at second base. He's at shortstop. He's at third base. He's pretending he's a pitcher now. He has really found himself with the Yankees. I'm so happy to see it. Ace, what's your thoughts before we get out of here, brother?
I need to know if Jason Dominguez knows about the Grace Monroe Jason Dominguez song. That's what I need to know. Like, you got to play that for him. He needs to know that. Like,
we gotta get it. We gotta get it out there to Jason Dominguez. We gotta clip it up. We gotta get it viral so Jason Dominguez can see it. You know what's funny? Jason Dominguez actually has reshared a bunch of stuff from Latino sports this year. Anytime we post highlights of him, he's always sharing us on his story. So shout out to Jason Dominguez. Like, he knows who Latino sports is.
Yeah, one time you posted something that had our watermark. It was Uptown Sports TV. He shared it on his Instagram. Of course, I saw it and I screenshotted it. I sent it to Hector right away. Like, it's really cool. But yeah, we love Jason Dominguez around here.
Yeah, Jason Dominguez is solid.
And I need a Latino sports hoodie, man. That jank is fire.
I got you. Yeah, I got you, bro. We gotta send it out. We gotta get you on. You part of the team. I gotta send you out. But guys and ladies and NBs that are out there, we are at the end of the show. Make sure you guys are tuning in later on after the Yankees' first postseason game versus the Red Sox. We will be having our post-game show. Myself, Ace, Grace Monroe. Make sure you guys are tuned in later on today. We'll put the promotion out around like 6, 7, 8 o'clock while the game is going on, so you guys can get notified. But until then, I'm Hector.
I'm Grace Monroe.
Yours truly, the Ace.
And this is the Yankees
Morning Brew, postseason style.
Absolutely. And we'll be back later on tonight. Make sure you guys tune into the Ace Avenue when the Yankee game is at 6 p.m. for the best watch along on the YouTube Spaces. But until next time, arriba the Dirty, adios, and deuces.
Go Yankees.
You fought well yesterday.
Wait, say it again, Grace. I'm sorry.
I said go Yankees.
Yeah, go Yankees.
You fought well yesterday. Your style is unorthodox.